friends, it's a very, very wonderful and a very, very special evening made so special by this couple, Ted and Claire Wrona, who are here this evening not only to honor but also to express our love to and with. I know that when Ted and Claire came to town, one of their first stops was to the parish to introduce themselves and of course to register and have been very much a part of our parish life. And of course, Tommy has been my physician since he's come to town, and I'm a powerhouse now. Before that, it was about 98 pounds. It was rough, but thanks, Tom. And it's a kind of a family affair. I find that within our parish family, there's a real camaraderie, a real interest, a real care and concern, and that's why these moments become so extra special, and that when the two of you have been able to be with one another over these many years, sacramentally blessed by the Lord, in your lives, and also then the giving and the caring and the sharing that's been a part of these 50 years. And 50 years, my dear friends, is about as old as I am. and it turns out, boy, I feel like it's so wonderful to behold because of the commitment that has to be there, also the love that has really deepened throughout these years, and of course we can see that and we know that. And that's why this moment is so wonderful to be shared. And a joy for all of us who are here, I know. And made special because the Lord has also granted you his life and a share of his life. Also the fact that there's never going to be another duplicate of any one of us. That even with identical twins or triplets or quads or quints, we each have an individual, unique personality, and each of us is that important in the eyes of God. We are all his little ones, his children, first, last, and always. But this is why this moment is so special. We also have something that's coming to us in the mail. And Nancy and Marvin Gage, who I know that you know, approached me some time ago, about 6 weeks or so, and they asked if perhaps there was some way that we might be able to obtain the papal blessing. And so we've gone about that. However, it has not reached us yet. But we have a letter of confirmation that it will be on its way. It is on its way. And in fact, I'm in the hopes that perhaps His Holiness might have it with him as he's journeying through the West. I don't know that for sure, but we never know. But that's going to be on its way. And they're going to be mailing that to me September 15th. It's Bruno del Priore, Via del Porta Angelica, Roma, Italia. Dear Sir, enclosed you will find a letter from myself, Our Lady of the Lake Catholic Church in Havasu City, Arizona, stating that Theodore and Claire Wrona are Catholics in good standing in the Catholic Church. The family wishes to order a papal blessing for them. And of course, it will be sent to ourselves. And the blessing will read, Theodore and Claire Wrona, on the occasion of their 50th wedding anniversary, October the 6th, 1995. And indeed, a very unique and a very special blessing that not everyone will have in the course of a lifetime, but it makes your lifetime even that much more special in the eyes of God because of what's been done. More important than that is your life shared with one another. And so with that, I'd like to have you both turn to each other now, touching each other's hands, looking into each other's eyes, and renewing your vows one to another. And John, am I in the way here?
Yes, you're in the way.
And I'm out of the way. And then if you would, please repeat after me. I reaffirm my marriage vows.
Reaffirm my marriage vows.
And rededicate myself.
And rededicate myself.
In the same spirit.
In the same spirit.
That I pronounced.
That I pronounced.
When I took you.
When I took you.
For better, for worse.
For better or worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
Until death do us part.
Death do us part.
May Almighty God bless you, protect you, keep you safe. Bring you and all of your family and loved ones safely home to heaven through the journey of life. We pray this day, this night, now and forever. Happy anniversary. God bless you.
I'm a lot of scenes now.
Mercy, they try to have mercy.
Kiss the bride.
Oh.
I did instant replay. think, are we supposed to be seated now?
Now we can be re-deliver the balloon.
Did you get me?
We're sitting over here at this table. Go around and give everyone.
Is it going okay now?
Yeah, I guess so. I am. Okay, here we go.
And it's called a moving picture, and it's
It is.
Neighborhood plan here.
Everybody wave. Claudia, turn around. Turn around and wave to the camera. Hi, Laddie. Okay.
You always got to be on the ball. Driving a car.
Okay, it's starting now. Everybody wave. Hi.
Wave, be animated. Be animated. It's going to be interesting.
Cindy, turn around. Okay, here we go. Everybody wave. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Claire and Ted.
I want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. Sure, truly a special night, as Father Rudy said. Can't help but to use the word special. I hate to start off on a negative note. It's just one of the darndest things that had happened. I went downstairs just a minute ago and I saw the TV was on, and there was a special news report. And I just wanted to reflect on this to let everybody know, because some of you are staying overnight in the hotel. In Havasu here, they had a murder. There was a lady, the police found her in a bathtub. The bathtub was full of milk, and she had a banana in her mouth. And they suspect a serial killer. That's my joke. But it really is a special night, and I'm glad that you could all make it. And I know if you've been around my mom or our family in the last 6, 8 years.
No,
you know
more than that.
More than
6 years.
Several years, let's say it that way. She's been talking about this night for a long time, and particularly the last several years, she's been talking about it daily. So we're kind of glad it's going to be over with, but the point is, and I'm not trying to criticize Mom, but it really is special for her, and she's really glad that you could all make it. And there's people here from all over the country. Chicago, Illinois, Michigan, Arizona, California, and several that couldn't make it that would have, that they could have if they were physically able to. And, we're really glad that you could all make it, and we really appreciate that. And I know my mom and dad particularly do. So again, thanks for being here. I want to propose a toast to Mom and Dad for 50 years. Again, the word special. no better word for it. They're great parents, they're great to me and my brothers, and we love them.
Love you.
Father Rudy's going to say a blessing before we...
Shimmer wavy down to Jamaica, left on Jamaica, and then right on Ellis. Yeah,
Paso Grande.
Castle Del Rio.
There's a big ball house there.
Yeah.
There's bread here if anyone wants it. It's right here.
Turn it off. Yeah, turn it off. Turn it off. Don't waste the film.
Here you go, Kelly. Go.
One thing that happened tonight before I get
Go up
started,
there and do it.
that sort of
Go up
funny,
there.
is that John Pinarelli and his wife are staying at my folks' house, and my dad was getting ready for the shower, cleaned up, and he had worn a suit and tie since he's been west of
Closer,
Mississippi.
Kelly.
Probably God knows how much work that. That dress got the suit and tie, and I said, geez, this thing just doesn't fit. I can say that I was crazy. I only realized it was John's suit.
You know, I had this, I knew there was something wrong when I was getting a terrific taste for spaghetti. When we tender all these clothes. Polish fuckers, you thought.
Well, again, I thank y'all for being here, and again, my folks are special, and they really kind of had a push for us in terms of education and what have you. If it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't be here right now. So again, we really appreciate it. I've been given the task of telling you how they got started, and I can tell you that it all probably started in Polish. I mean, literally. And most of the people are Polish, but I tried, yeah, we got one Polk and Italian and a couple of whatevers, but their parents, and correct me if I'm wrong, all grew up in Poland and moved over here as immigrants, probably dirt poor or penniless and working menial jobs when they moved to the country. Somehow or another, they all ended up in Chicago, and somehow or another, they had all these kids. Now, my dad had, his family had two. My mother's family had way too many kids. Kids coming out of the woodwork, they have all these relatives that can't keep straight. But my father attended Lake High School, and my mother went to Tucson, if I recall. And somehow or another, they met, I believe, on a streetcar or a corner in Chicago.
Sounds like he's...
She was with her girlfriends, and he was, may have been with a friend and got invited to a picnic somehow. And I don't know all the details of this, but this is kind of where things started going downhill. We went to this picnic, and apparently it rained like hell. I mean, it was just one of those things that rained and whatever, but for some reason they did it all. Who knows how? The second thing that came up after that was this war, World War II. And after they had met, Dad went on to the Army. And I don't remember how many years he spent in there, but it was 4 years. And during that time, he wrote letters to Mom and kept in contact. And when they got back, I understand he took a short stint for R&R in Florida. I don't know what they did in Florida, but I presume they drank a lot of beer or something, those things. But came back to Chicago and they got together and ended up getting married, obviously. We didn't see this later, the actual marriage. Things got even worse at this point. They got married, you know, it was post-war days, they didn't have money, you know, nothing was right. And they got on this honeymoon, right? And they had no car, so they had to borrow a car and drove to Indiana, Turkey Run State Park. The car got a flat tire. It rained like hell. The car broke down there, and they had to do something to get it fixed, you know, and somehow they came up and survived all this. After the honeymoon, they got back into Chicago. Well, they still had, this was the post-war days, they couldn't find a place to live. There were no apartments to rent, whatever. They ended up living with relatives for probably obviously was difficult, but somehow or another they managed to father a child during this day.
There he is.
And finally, they ended up getting to working and got their own place and went on. So that was kind of the beginning. I'm sure there's a few other interesting stories, and if people have them, I know Bill has one. We're going to ask for some interesting anecdotal stories as we go along. So,
Don't be shy, Grandpa.
I have no prepared,
not now.
oh no, I was going to get out.
Dates and the timeline of mom and dad, so to speak, for the years that we talked about today. Of course, 10/6/45, the first date, is the day we got married. And we're going to watch the post-wedding film that was taken 50 years ago. It got it, the actual movie. It's classic. A lot of people see it. It's great. The next date that we know of is 4/28/48.
There you are.
Yay! No, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it.
Followed shortly by 2/8/51. Jim. Yay! You knew we lived in a house on, well, wait, let's just go back a little bit. A house on Eddy Street.
Juniper 10539. I don't know why it sticks in my mind. And we moved out here in 1930. I still remember that now. So we're the only one in town that had, on that street, to have a phone, believe it or not. They used to call us up and that to run to get the neighbors their phone. Really, I found that.
Okay, I'm Kilpatrick. Next trivia question. What was our zip code?
They didn't have one.
That's the right answer. There wasn't any zip codes. Chicago, 41, Illinois. I don't know what the 41 meant, but I think it became 60141 or something. These are pretty trivial trivia questions. We got Dad down. He worked at Wrona Wood Products. Him and some guy named Lou, and I'm not sure, was there another guy in there?
Yeah, Irene.
Oh, okay. They were the two brothers and the brother-in-law made wood products. They made shadow boxes, a lot of cabinetry type things. That's why the people that live in Havasu, if you need something kind of small, compact, wooden, give a little sketch to Dad, and he can make some great things. I'm telling you, he made all kinds of furniture that's still in my house. My daughter's got it in her apartment in college, and it's great. I mean, he does real nice work. So. Yeah, you don't like real big things. It gets a little hard to handle, but smaller projects he's real good at. Crop Forge. Huh? Is that the right order? I don't know. Metropolitan Life Insurance. Huh? And then the U.S. Post Office. Did I forget any? Mom, Continental Can. Worked second. She was, while we were raising all of us, she was working second shift, and Dad was working in the day, and she worked at night. They put us, through school and whatnot. We all went to Catholic school. And we got another date here, 12/12/55. Young Thomas. We're trying to figure out. There was an Orchard Bungalow. There was a restaurant. There was a partnership with Mom said total disaster. Well, I don't know about that, but there were three. Actually, the sisters, Mom, Aunt Helen, and Aunt Viola, and their spouses all bought the restaurant in Franklin Park, Illinois. And I don't know, was it 60, 61? It's about right. 61. Cindy was married there. A lot of people had weddings there.
She was married there.
John was married there. And we figured you sold the Orchard Bungalow around 68, but we can't remember the date. 66.
5 years. It was 5 years.
Yeah.
That was enough.
It was 5 tough years.
More than enough.
Let's see, we got in here.
By the
We
way, I
got,
was a bartender part-time there also.
oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. We got 1970. I graduated from college. In 1972, I got married. And we talked, Dad brought all that stuff up about the grandchildren and that. We got Carrie, Stacy, and Steve. My 3 children were born in 75, 77, and 79. And Dad moved back to the post office, where he really, I think, was happiest. He liked being outdoors. He liked having the freedom of kind of being independent, not, working in a business or an office or that sort of thing. And he liked that a lot. Mom, we got back at she went back to the place called Lightning Metals in Franklin Park. A lot of industry in Franklin Park, so that was a good place for these small offices. And then National Precision Products. And we're pretty sure she drove those people crazy. But
Both those companies folded.
then we got Jim down. He graduated from Northern Illinois in '79 and got his master's from Northern Iowa in '81. And Mary Ellen in 1990. And there's another of the grandchildren, Kristen, down in the end. She came in and deal. And that was. And that was in, I guess, 90. And Tom continued on with his education as the youngest son. He graduated from Eastern Illinois in 1978 and med school in 1982. And more recently, married in 92. And of course, the fifth grandchild, we mentioned that earlier, was Michael, was born here just 3.5 months ago, so it's 2195. Backtracking on my dates a little bit, we know Dad retired around 1981. And I think Mom was the same time. 82, we had a question mark on the year. It's hard to remember all these things. And of course, more recently, in November, we picked up 93, moved to Lake Havasu. 92? What do we know? It's only a year. 92. Okay.
Joan knows.
We were having a little trouble remembering. So we had a good family together, and those are some of the milestones that we could think of. And I don't know, anybody got any new ones that we didn't bring up? Oh, Michael Schaefer. Yeah, he was in there. Yeah, he's probably sleeping. I guess the thing that us guys remember as far as our childhood and growing up, more than anything, is our family vacations. And we got a couple of those films too. We were pretty set on going up to the north woods of Wisconsin or Minnesota as a family. And we truly had family vacations. We all went and we swam and fished and spent the week or whatever at the lake. We got a couple of those. We're going to show you the movies of them. They're fun. Yeah, we got one of Claire in a bathing suit. One of them.
Actually submerged in water, we think.
Dad, actually, it kind of reminds me, there was a funny story. And we really, like I said, we're three guys, brothers, we're in different states, and we couldn't really make a really solid presentation. So we're ad-libbing a lot of this, we're making this stuff as we go on. But, I couldn't help but remember the story of one of the vacations that Ruth and I took. We went to northern Wisconsin with our kids, and Grandma and Grandpa came along. They met us up there because, they like going up there. It's a nice area. And, as children, we don't remember Mom as a swimmer. She's not a person that goes in the water a lot. And Dad, not anymore. Never, I guess you might say. But Dad, I guess, got up one morning and decided he was going to go out and just throw some casts off the dock. He was going to, where the boat dock was. He threw the cast out there on one of his casts, and there was a swimming raft out in the lake. And he caught his line on the raft, so he was stuck. So he put the fishing pole down. He says, well, I can take a rowboat over here and row over to the swing dock and then hook the line. In the process of going over to the rowboat, the wind blew and the swimming raft sort of turned, and it pulled the rod into the lake. So now he's got a rod in the lake, and I guess the hook unhooked. Everything's underwater, and he's using my fishing rod. So what does he do? I'm still sleeping. I'm on vacation, so I'm not in the river. He gets Mom up and says, put on your bathing suit, go in the lake, and find it. And so she's going around in water about this deep, and then looking for the fishing ball. She can't find it. And this is a true story. Well, anyways, they had to come and fess up, and they told Ted, and they told me.
No dirty jokes.
Don't record this
I walk straight, I walk this way. I'm not even going to do a Frankenstein imitation. I'm not even doing a Kurt. I'm not gonna make a fool of myself. All right, so anyway, there I was at Ed Wrona's 50th wedding anniversary. I was there. It was the year 1990. Well, I forget the year. It's not important. But I know it was in Arizona. It was a quiet night. There was a lot of lovely people sitting around. And I'm looking at them. They think, well, I'm going to tell them something. I'm not going to tell them nothing. But I might be able to remember Lake Havasu. Up in the northwoods of Wisconsin, almost 50 years ago, a long time ago. We found this lake, so we decided to go fishing up there. And I tell you, it's really wild up there. You get out on the lake, and you roll around, but you don't want to be on that lake at night, because you can't find your way back to the cabin. You can't possibly do it. And then the storms up there are something else, the rainstorms. And then one, geez, I'm starting to study. See, I'm not really a good speaker, but I try. No, I'm trying. I'm so trying, but
That was the dirt.
all right, so anyway, Ted and I go up there one year to the North Woods, and it rained every single day. Every single day. Says, well, the hell with this, let's just go to the tavern. And we're in there playing the pinball machine. I've got to put this down because you need action. You're at the pinball machine and you know how to, you go like this and that, and this pinball is moving down there.
Yeah.
And there was an Indian sitting over there watching us. He was getting a kick out of it. So I went over and started talking to him. I says, you Indian? You know, and this guy's a college graduate. He's got a doctor's degree. I don't know. But he says, I said, is there any fish up here? And he says, I'll get your limit of walleyes before noon tomorrow. We said, how much? He says, buy me a bottle of wine and $20. We says, we'll do it. What time? 4 o'clock in the morning, over there. So we go over there. He's there, wide awake. We get there at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's wide awake. Let's go. So we go over there, and sure enough, we're out on this lake. He says, you've got to put the bait down this far. You've got to use this bait, twist the line like that, and cast out like this. And I'll roll. And sure enough, we got a limit of walleye before noon the next day. He says, now we're going up for walleye, muskellunge, big fish. He says, okay, and we're rolling. He's rolling. It's real shallow. We look out there, and he's casting out, and we're all fishing. And sure enough, there's a big fish like this, big fish, following the line. We didn't get it, you know. But the guy is professional fisherman. But he was about 80 years old, you know. So that's one story. I'm getting pretty damn tired of standing up there. No, that's all right. I'm not finished. I'm getting pretty damn tired of this. But I'm going to keep going on. All right, so I'll tell you one joke. No, I got to tell you, that's my favorite joke. This guy has a talking dog. He goes into the bar with the dog. And he says, this bartender, he says, I got a talking dog, this stuff, and so forth. So the bartender says, all right, so give me a shot of whiskey. So he brings a shot of whiskey, looks down at the dog, he says, what's on top of a house? And the dog goes, roof, roof. The bartender says, come on, get out of here, you know. So he said, no, give me another chance. So he says, how does sandpaper feel on your fingers? And the dog goes, rough, rough. The bartender says, no, that's it, no more. No, give me one more chance. So he says, who was the greatest ball player of all time? The dog goes, Ruth, Ruth. With that, the bartender gets very angry, picks up the dog and the guy, throws him out into the gutter. So the guy sitting down there looking at the dog and says, I don't know. He says, I know you can talk. He said, I know you said it, but he says, what did I do wrong? The dog looks up and he says, DiMaggio? For the first time, we're going to show room left either, so. No, I want to take them to the show.
If you want to watch the Bears, now there's two kinds of bears. B-A-R-E.
That's right, Mike.
No, I caught it.
The only
I am so happy that we came. Met these relatives. And now I have faces and people to think of.
I'm selling insurance for a living. I show up at this ball. My son takes me. What am I insurance? She's 27 or 8. I'm going, I remember her. I insure her. And her husband. And her husband. I go, oh no. That's when I realized I don't control everything. Left the net. Yeah, we had a perfect.
Gotta get everybody. That's right.
Now who is this? Michael and Charlie? Oh, this is Michael. Michael. Oh, another Michael. So Michael, what is your last name?
Good promise.
Hey, Ty. What's your last name?
John.
My John.
My son?
What number is yours?
Number 4.
How many children?
6. Yeah.
That would be one of these guys.
Who's after Christine? Tommy, right?
Yeah, I know.
After Christine,
The son.
there was Carol
That's his son.
and Joel. That's right.
That where he got his lungs?
Carol, and then you were next, right?
That's right.
And then baby.
Well, there was Billy and Patrick.
How can I buy into your business? How can I buy into your wallet?
This is my cousin. I didn't even know. I didn't know him until like today.
Yep. It's been a long time.
Who's that fat guy? Okay, that's enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is he still? Hi, Margo.